on, Milo. I want to start a video. Hi, welcome to Bridge the Gap. This is my YouTube channel and my intentions are to bridge the gap between people and mental health services, teachers and parents, parents and children, doctors in the surgery with the hospital staff doctors, gender critics with people who suffer with gender dysphoria. There's a lot of gaps to bridge, and this is why I've created an autism channel, and I'd like to raise awareness on mental health and suicide awareness and self-harm. I've just retrieved the statistics from the hospitals in Wales, and the data is horrifying. Nearly 40,000 admissions to A&E between 2018 to 2024. Yes, so we wonder why the NHS is overwhelmed, and there's a stigma between, people who judge people who self-harm. And yes, I want to be talking about this in more detail soon, and I think nature is a very good healer, and there's lots of things happening, lots of distractions. I'm autistic and I'm finding it difficult to concentrate on this video. The sound of the birds is distracting me in a good way. The sound of the dog sniffing in the grass and the wild garlic growing. Dogs barking in the distance. And I want to bridge the gap between the breath and the body, the physical body, because there's a lot of people, they're living up here in the mind. And this mind of ours, it can't be a very pleasant place to live if we're not breathing properly, if we're stuck in it and we're not here and we've got all these blockages in our chakras. So yes, that's my intention. I want to bridge the gap between a lot of things, and I think by having uncomfortable conversations about the taboo subjects, maybe, I think we could be on the road to finding solutions and making safe spaces for people who do self-harm and do think about suicide to come and talk and feel a sense of connection, because there's always a root problem, isn't there? And the root issue being disconnection from ourselves, from family, from nature, from friends. And without the connection with ourselves and nature, we don't really have a connection with anything else. And a lot of people turn to online, Instagram, Facebook. Threads is a new one, something more we do not need. And all the people in the world, millions of undiagnosed people flocking to Instagram and Threads for validation, creating channels around their mental health condition. There's late diagnosed, undiagnosed, misdiagnosed, people who don't believe in a diagnosis but suffer with the same issues, people who think being online is not in the real world because they're not online and that's just the matrix to them. But all the people in the statistics, I wonder how long they were online, stuck, not being able to help, ask for help, scrolling mindlessly, not feeling like they can ask for help. And what would they ask for help, and who would they ask for help? Everyone's really busy with the cost of living and working, and with their families in their happy, safe bubbles. A lot of people haven't got that. There's a lot of single people on their own who are struggling, and I just want to bridge the gap between people in that lifestyle and the people who do live on their own. And I want to create autistic safe spaces, and I want to raise awareness in public places like cafes and leisure centres and gyms. And I've got a list of things, people might think is petty, but there are a list of little simple things we can do to make your venue more autistic friendly, more sensory friendly, therefore more humane friendly. Have you noticed if you go into a shop and there's a radio on blasting, and maybe that person hasn't spoken to anyone in a week, a customer coming in, and they would like to have a conversation, but they can't. It's basically get what you need and leave. And there's no room for conversation. There's no room for connection, and that social outing, maybe going to get a pint of milk or a loaf of bread in the shop once a week might be that person's only connection. So let's just make it a bit more of a pleasant experience. And if you'd like to join me, and if you've got any ideas, please comment below, please subscribe, please like and share with your friends and family and social media, and let's make society a better place. Okay, you might think it's impossible, but I don't. I've been believing everything's impossible my whole life, with no self-worth, singing and playing guitar because music is therapy and it helps release blockages and it helps heal me and heal others, you know. And I've just lost my trail of thought now. So yeah, I found it very interesting that I think it was September, when my mental health went downhill, and somebody said something about, you know, being online is not the real world. Well, another friend said to me that they witnessed a 1-year-old barely walking, you know, just crawling around on the floor, wanting the phone off the parent. Parent gives the phone, so the child is happy, the baby's happy, scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Wow, wow, wow. Let's just get in our mind for the rest of our lives, get stuck in that matrix, and no fresh ideas will come because this AI is telling us what to do. So is that not real? Are the people who are flocking to Instagram and Facebook for validation, are they not real? Are the statistics of 40,000 people, accident and emergency admissions of self-harm, not real? So yes, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing, because there's a lot of shame. People don't want to talk about it. I'm happy to talk about it. I feel like I've got no choice. I don't want to live the rest of my life. I'm 45 years old and I've lived feeling silenced, oppressed, censored. In every job I've had, I've felt the same, not being able to put what I feel, my input into it, you know. So this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And if you don't want to help, that's fine. You don't need to watch these videos, you don't need to subscribe. But if you do want to help, please support this cause and let's bridge the gap and create a more humane, friendly society.
Please give me strength so I can breathe, stand on my own 2 feet. Please give me strength so I can...
The dogs are so patient. They're like, what's she up to now? Well, that felt a bit strange to do that, but I function better outdoors. And I've been thinking about doing it for so long, and I can't keep thinking about doing things that need to be done now. I wanted to create a video to release on the 10th of September, but I think waiting till the 10th of September is too long to wait. I wish I'd seen a video like this in August last year. Yeah, I don't ever want to experience those feelings of lack of self-worth and suicidal thoughts ever again. But yeah, who's to say I won't, you know? So yes, enjoy your day, reach out, and if the services that people are telling you to reach out to are not listening, comment below and reach out to me. I will listen. After receiving the statistics for the admissions of self-harm with people in the hospitals in Wales, in A&E, 4,000 of those people were neurodiverse. Being as there's millions of undiagnosed neurodiverse people in the world, the statistics can't be accurate. Also, there's other factors involved because people don't admit to self-harming because of the shame and the stigma involved. So they might go in and lie and say it was an accident. And then there's the people who are slowly killing themselves over time by drinking and doing drugs indoors every night, maybe. There's a lot of judgment on these people, and yes, we need to just break that. There's a lot of judgment, but why aren't the people who are judging helping them, you know? So that's another thing I want to talk about. Also, there's binge drinking. People could just go out on a weekend and decide that they want to end it that way. If they just get off their heads for the whole weekend, maybe that will just sort that problem out. You know, we're living in a society where the government are not giving us much choice. There's people struggling alone and they're disconnected from their community, their family, their friends. And then when you're that disconnected, it's hard to come out of that dark hole. So that's another reason why I want to do what I'm doing. I'm going to be chatting to somebody soon regarding the statistics for the self-harm, and also there's a stigma with employers not wanting to employ people who have got piercings and tattoos. But isn't that a safe way of self-harming? And you've got a pretty picture to show for it. You're transcending a bad experience by having physical pain to push out the emotional pain, and therefore creating a new memory, because maybe you've been to a lovely tattoo artist and that has changed that memory. So it's letting the past go, you know, and then having a picture on your skin to to remember that you're strong. That's not the reason why everyone has tattoos, and that's not the reason why I have every single tattoo. Every single tattoo I've got tells a different story, you know. But I know it is a thing. I've read so many comments on YouTube videos, people going to have a tattoo for that reason, because it stops them from self-harming and wanting to self-harm. It's a dopamine fix, and you're not smoking yourself to death, you're not drinking yourself to death. It doesn't cause you harm, and actually it can be a quite pleasant experience, especially for the neurodiverse folk. Okay, so I'll be making more videos shortly, and hopefully having an interview with the birds and the bee, my friend Bobby B. She's got a YouTube channel also, and she feels very strongly about this subject. So yeah, we're going to be working together hopefully. Okay, have a lovely day everyone, and if you are not subscribed, please subscribe, and like the video, comment, share with your friends, and if you want to get involved, comment below. And if you need to talk to me. If you're waiting months or weeks in anxiety for the mental health services to get back to you, please reach out. I'm here. Okay, take care.
Please give me strength so I can breathe, stand on my own 2 feet. Please give me strength so I can breathe, stand on my own 2 feet. Please give me strength so I can feel all there is to feel. Please give me strength so we can see